Challengers Korea 2020 finally upon us. We're going to start off with the spring season with a bang. Brion Blade versus Seorabeol Gaming. Both teams smiling before the game in some interviews. They both think they have what it takes to get the win. But let's see you can do it. Brion Blade still the same organization. Seorabeol adopted by ESC, formerly BBQ. So let's see who's going to take the win here. We look here in mid lane, Fire Rain finding the ultimate on a Danchung, but Nova's going to be able to eat him up. Cacao though, not sure why he EQ's in, but he's going to be in trouble. Kroko so patient with the resonating strike. He waits just for Cacao to waste the flash, and he's going to find the first blood. Meanwhile, the top lane, Kroko looking to make some more plays as Weiser takes Stalin to the death realm, but he's going to survive it, and now Danchung's going to be here to try to make a play. Ultimate comes down from a lot of people. Danjong with a big ultimate, but it's not enough. He goes down. And now they're looking to finish off Thal. Can he survive this? Here comes Cacao. Gonna find Kroko, who has to die for this one. But it is 2 for 1. Later on in the game, we see them start out the Baron buff. It might be a little bit too risky though. Seorabeol can contest this. Danchung has the ultimate. Can he get the big ult in the Baron pit? Finds 2 people, but Kroko wasn't one of them. He's going to be able to finish off the Baron buff. Weiser's going to go down here most likely. Going to get finished off by Sangyun, and Fire Rain's going to go down as well. Cacao looking for some recalling members. Kroko gets away, but Hollow's going to be found. But Hollow has something to say about it. Doing a lot of damage here. Cacao trying his best. Pops the Gargoyle Stone Plate. Is he gonna fall to Hollow? He will not. If you look in the bottom side of the map, Nova trying to kill off Minute. But here comes Kroko to try to get his teammate out of there, and he does, and he might even find the kill here. Nova forced to flash away. Sonic Wave misses, but the Warthog's gonna finish him off. Later on, another Baron attempt. Sangyun throwing out the ultimate. Here comes Fire Rain with an ultimate of his own. Only finds 1 member. Big play by Kroko there to disrupt the back line. Goes back in. Bullet Time doing a lot of damage as well. But no one's going to die quite yet. But we do see a GA pop from Kroko. Kroko finds the Sonic Wave onto Cacao. Meanwhile, on the other side, Thal's going to finish off Weiser. Baron buff not taken by either team. You look here a little bit later. Thal gets caught out. But a teleport's going to be coming in from a lot of people. Nova's here. Danjung's here. They're trying to save his life. But it looks like now Seorabeol are going to be on the offensive. They trap Fire Rain and get the kill. Brion Blade biting off more than they could chew. Later on, we see a nice fight break out here. Fire Rain does have the ultimate, but he's going to hold on to it for now. Now he pops the Ornhorn. Bullet Time and the Ornhorn combination doing a lot of work. Cacao ults, but it's only to delay his own death. He does fall down. That's 1 kill going over to Brion Blade. But Nova finds Minute to get a kill of his own. Now Fire Rain might be in trouble. Sangyun still very healthy. Going to be looking for some kills here. Fire Rain, though, is just too tanky. Meanwhile, Brion Blade now doing this dragon, but they're going to peel off to do some damage. Big Orianna ultimate, but it's not enough to change anything. Nova's still going to fall down, and they're still going to get the Mountain Drake. And they're going to rotate to the mid lane here. Later on, this is a really big fight here. Fire Rain finds 2 people, and Bullet Time's going to melt down Cacao, and a big knock up from Fire Rain. Weiser taking Thal into the death realm. But he's going to get out just a-okay. But Kroko's going to finish it off. And Brion Blade are just going to finish off the rest of this team fight. Cleaning up the scraps as Sangyun's trying to kite to save his own and Nova's life. But Nova's going to go down. A little bit later on, we see Sangyun trying to defend the base. But he gets knocked up. And he gets finished off. The first game going over to Brion Blade. Really impressive play from them. Finding the first win of the year in their favor. Jean gets put in for Fire Rain. Henna gets put in for Hollow. And also Doyle was put in instead of Kroko, although it wasn't mentioned. Kind of a questionable move from Brion Blade, putting in 3 of their bench players. Doyle, a known Italy player, and isn't even on it. Meanwhile, we see some plays in the mid lane, but Thal's Aatrox almost dies. Meanwhile, a lot of stuff going on. Really big ultimate from Doyle, but it's not going to find anything quite yet. But the Zoe from Jean gonna find the double kill to help them start off the game. Later on, we see Thal getting a little greedy for this red buff. Is he going to get caught out? Really nice knock up, but it's not going to do them any good. Later on, we see a missed ultimate from Henna. Big ultimate from Sangyun, and it looks like the rest of the team's going to be here to clean this up. Thal doing lots of work on this Aatrox. Weiser gonna throw in the ultimate and send it back out to try to save his team's life, but still Doyle's gonna go down. Later on, we see Doyle go in with the Gargoyle Stone Plate engaged to trap 2 members into Cataclysm. And Weiser's gonna come in, Henna finding the kill on the Danchung, and Jean finding the kill on the Nova. Later on, the siege is continuing. Thal putting in some work, pops the ultimate for the 3rd Q to heal a ton. Lots of ultimates being used in this fight. Lots of fighting going on. Thal trying his best. Does find Henna. Thal putting in lots of work on this Aatrox. Minute, if you look at the top of your screen, he's going to go down as well. Later on, another big ultimate from Danchung. Not going to find that many people. And here comes the defensive ultimates as well. But it's not going to do him any good. Weiser still falls down. Later on in the fight, or later on in the game, I should say, look at this big wombo combo from Sangyun and Danchung, and Thal's just going to clean this up. Knockup's just going to prolong the inevitable. Lots of damage coming out from the Aatrox. He's just putting in so much work. They're going to rotate onto Baron, and they are going to take it slowly but surely. They're going to rotate onto it, and it's going to go down. Brion Blade, no way to contest this. Jean kind of hovering, deciding if he wants to do anything, but he's not going to. And it's going to be a free Baron for Seorabeol after a nasty wombo combo. And that ended up being the final nail in the coffin. And now the rest of the game is just burial. Brion Blade trying to make some plays. They find Nova, but here comes Thal putting in some work. Double kill for Jean so far. Ornhorn's going to go down. Really poor ultimate from Danchung there. Not really sure why he's ulting the terrain. But it's all for nothing because Brion Blade looking for the fight here, but Sangyun just doing too much damage. Another questionable ultimate from Danchung, but it doesn't matter. Sangyun and Thal doing tons of damage. The back line is being disrupted too much by Thal. He's playing these team fights perfectly. And that's going to be the ace for Seorabeol as they're going to take this one to game 3. Are Brion Blade gonna be able to prevent the reverse sweep, or is Seorabeol gonna finish it? We're gonna find out in just a moment. First, we gotta see Seorabeol in this one though. Really good game from them, really good draft, and really good execution of the draft. That's definitely something that this team is good at doing, is executing the composition that's drafted for them. This is going to go to game 3. Lots of damage coming out from Danchung, and we see all the starters are put back in for Brion Blade. Can the starters close this one out? Let's find out. Game 3 of this match. Who's going to start the season, I should say. Undefeated. Who's going to start off with the loss? Lots of work coming in from Weiser. Thal doing his best to defend it, but it's no good. Now that Weiser's on Aatrox, he's the one being a bully. We see Danchung, another ultimate coming out on the Rumble. He's playing it again. But look at Brion Blade's counter engage. It's just too strong. There's nothing Seorabeol can do. They're getting dove now. Only 12 minutes into the game, and they're already diving people like they have massive gold leads. We look here at the dragon fight. Thal field goals the ultimate there. Not sure what he's thinking. And then a very questionable ultimate from Danchung, not really hitting anybody in the long run. And then we just see the cleanup from Brion Blade after an ugly team fight from Seorabeol. And that team fight really cost them the game from there. It was really ugly from everybody. And They really had no chance to come back after that. Later in the game, we see Kakao getting caught up. Lots of chain CC. He's going to ult to try to prolong it, but it's not going to do him any good. Thal's going to ult away Hollow to give his team a chance, but a big double stun from Fire Rain. Thal pops the W to prevent the engage, but I mean, Weiser's just doing too much even without it. Look at Kroko here, going to look to finish off Nova, but he might be in trouble. Is able to avoid the hook. Meanwhile, in a dragon fight, Kakao not able to secure it. We see a big bullet time from Sangyun. Kroko's even gonna find Kakao, and back at the team fight, it's just so much damage. Seorabeol didn't really stand a chance after that botched team fight, and from there, Brion Blade just clean up 12-1 kills. Nova's gonna find a hook, and then the chain CC onto Kroko. He's gonna insect Kakao into his team, though, and gonna help him find the kill. Danchung throwing out the ultimate, and good follow-up from Sangyun, but Weiser's there to disrupt. And now they're in trouble because here comes Fire Rain, gonna be putting in a lot of work on the Aurelia. Hollow also doing a lot of cleanup. Weiser gonna be looking to finish off Danchung here. Wants to secure the ace to make sure the game is 100% theirs. Finds one knockup, finds two. The third one's gonna miss, but it doesn't matter because the Aphelios is gonna clean up the kill. And that is the end of the game here. Brion Blade just taking care of business in this game 3. They're way too strong. Kakao trying to prevent the end of the game, but he's just gonna get taken down. And now it's just Nova versus the world. Sangyun coming up in a second, but it doesn't matter. GG to Brion Blade to start off the season 1-0.